Welcome back to the Redrum district. Somebody wanted to come visit, but blew up on my porch. So the poor unicorn has to start her day by repairing her beautiful porch, and she's very sad for it. But after that, Unicorn could start her new building. This time, she's building a greenhouse fit for her wheat and potatoes. The reason why she chose the greenhouse over a normal wheat field was just aesthetics. The Redrum district on top of the mountain isn't fit for the more rural aesthetic. Right here, Unicorn is deciding on her building color palette, and for once she chose white. But before she continues, she needed something from the villagers. She needed a Silk Touch book, a book that lets her break glass without losing it, because Unicorn wasn't ready to go on another mining trip to the desert far, far away. So for 5 nights and 5 days, she traded with the villager, who strangely after that disappeared into the abyss. Block by block, the outer walls of the greenhouse started to form. Unicorn didn't have a plan on the designs on the outside, as per usual. So that's why it took her so long to figure everything out, because there was a lot of block placing and a lot of tearing down. And at this point, she probably forgot that she has a happy gas, since she's using the mangrove roots to pillar up. And she bravely continued to build, even during the dark and dangerous nights. And Unicorn was very concentrated on building, so she didn't really want to go to bed. Not in real life and not in Minecraft. But something tells me that that decision might have been treacherous for someone, and the zombies started to roar underneath her and her ghast's feet or tentacles. And Unicorn was too concentrated to even realize what was happening. The zombies' roar echoed throughout the walls of the greenhouse. But Unicorn was too concentrated on building and building. And the zombies, I think, were more concentrated on getting something to eat, maybe. We had a casualty. I'm so sad that I didn't catch that on video. My little guest friend got shot by a skeleton. So what happened was, I was on a voice call with my friend, you know, just building, detailing, having fun. It was getting late, and I was like, well, I don't want to bother sleeping because I'm on a roll here. I have a good thing going on with the greenhouse. And then I was wondering, why is there so many zombies? Like, what is this noise? Like, I just kept hearing like a lot of zombies just like gurgling. And then I looked down, there was like 5 zombies, a creeper, I think a few spiders, and one single skeleton just shooting at me and my ghast. And at that moment, I realized that the ghast had like 1 heart left. 1 heart. And I panicked. I tried to get out of the ghast so that it could just fly to safety and like the skeleton could keep shooting at me. But I wasn't quick enough. And so now all I have left with my unnamed ghast is the hardest. I was like so sad I had to quit. I really had to quit playing. So now we have to build a memorial for my little unnamed ghast. I'm sad that it didn't even get a name. Oh, I need an item frame. So what I'm thinking of doing is if I lose like an animal who has like an armor or like a saddle or anything like that, I have to make a new one for the new animal that's going to replace that. Oh, thank you for the lead. So that helps at least a little bit. Sad to say, we had a casualty. Although I have another ghast, so I was collecting blocks in the nether. I have another ghast, so all is not lost. It's still sad that I lost my original ghast, but I still have another one. Well, let's make an item frame for our dear ghast. Everything was— oh, I just put the leather away. Oh god. Everything was going so well until my ghast went away. Oh, poor Enderman. I always feel bad for them when it rains. But anyway, it's going so well. It's actually coming out so much better than I thought. I decided to add another layer to it. But let's put this there. I don't know if it spells like that. There we go. So I need to make— it was approximately like here where it like died. I am going to grow this other ghast, and that's what happened. I just wanted to update you on this very sad, very sad situation. Let's continue the build because I have so many things to do right now. Well, it's a new day, and our new ghast friend is all grown up. Hopefully she manages to keep this one alive at least a little bit longer. So Unicorn continued her work on the details, and this time I hope she remembers to go to bed. Adding some final decorations to the roof not only make it more stronger, but also more appealing to the eyes. The copper bulbs lighting up the roof and giving it this sort of glow that it needs. And when the first road was laid out, then was time for cleaning up the area. All the extra chests and random holes needed filling. And finally, she actually cleaned out the block palette for her house. Finally. By nightfall, Unicorn was done with her very mundane cleaning tasks, and finally it was time to go to bed, so that she could start digging a pond in the morning. I mean, the landscape needs something interesting, or maybe she did it for the lore. So that was a lot of work. I also kind of terraformed around my house just to make it more, interesting. There's like an iron fence that usually in the usual Victorian ages was kind of like the norm. I didn't do a gate since I have this arch right here, but I might change that in the future. Added just few trees, like this one is dead. I actually love that this tree is dead and the other one's like very gray. It kind of connects to the lore of this place. So the top area of my mountain here, this area that we're currently in, is called the Redrum district. Very cheesy name, I know. But it's called that because everybody who lives here kind of hides a secret of some sort. You might see the secret on my basement that I kind of teased on the first episode. But yeah, I didn't add too many trees in here because I still haven't kind of figured out the main layout of this place. Usually I build more organically, so that like I don't have a set like plan on where I'm putting like what. But this time I'm trying to kind of do that, so that's why I didn't want to terraform the area too much, because then I know that I would have to take something out eventually. And here's the other tree. I love building custom trees. I'm not the best at it, but you know, I'm practicing. My horse still doesn't have a stable, and the area that I kind of keep my happy gas is not like happy gas proof, so it kind of disappears every time I leave. So that needs still a bit of work, but I added some lanterns here. With the shaders, the copper lanterns look really cool. They have like this eerie green glow, so I love that. This is kind of like the main road. I tried to add like a bit more interest that like where people mostly walk, and like the arch is really it was so simple, but it's so pretty. So the greenhouse is absolutely fantastic, if I do say so myself. I still kind of want to add more copper details, but I think it already has a lot of details. And like I kind of want this upper area to be like a park almost, and so that's why I kind of terraformed a little bit here. And outside of this, something might have happened here. Public warning. Owing to the late disastrous occurrences, all persons are hereby warned. No person to enter the water on any account. I tried to write it as Victorian-esque as possible, but something happened here in the pond, as you can see. Was it an accident or was it intentional? We might find out later what happened here. So yeah, I kind of terraformed the area around this. I absolutely love how the pond came out. And there's like a little waterfall. I might add like even more terraforming up there and change the trees and stuff. Here is the memorial of my guest friend. I still need to build like a proper memorial, but I haven't designed it yet. But when we enter the greenhouse, I still haven't remembered to put a step in here. Again, the inside is not completely done. I plan on adding bees in here once I get the chance, and possibly like make a second floor for like growing bamboo and cactus and sugarcane or whatnot, if I can manage to put it here. If not, I may need to build another greenhouse, which yeah, building is always nice. So yeah, this was the whole purpose of me building this, was to grow like crops that I kind of store in here. I still need to make like a better bone meal thing. I don't like to do that manually. Oh, you might see on the screen here a song that is playing. I added a mod that like makes the music play more frequently, and also like gives you the name of the song that's playing. These are all in-game songs. I didn't want to add any custom ones because of copyright, you know. But here are potatoes, carrots, and beetroots. I still think that for the next thing that I want to do in this world is to build a workhouse for my villagers. And so I kind of need, and like I already have like few villagers that trade like wheat and beetroot. I'm going to build like a bigger space to kind of grow all the crops that I need to trade with the villagers. This was a big build by itself, but also like the terraforming and the roads and stuff. It took me a while, so this episode is a bit late. Oh, and I also added like this path around here, so it's easier for me to kind of go in and out of the building. So yeah, that is the main part of the video, but I still have to show you something. So earlier I said that everybody who lives in the Redrum district has some skeletons in their closets. You wanna see mine? So my house has this eerie little basement area. I tried to make it like a little bit dingy with like, I think the tough bricks look so cool. Like these look like almost rotted stone. So I tried to make it like a bit more like wet and dingy. Here is my smelter. I'm currently, for the next project, I'm currently smelting some stuff that I need. But you can see like something is a bit off in this room. Like it's huge, it's empty. You can see something that doesn't belong in this room. Why on earth would anybody have a nice big painting on their basement? Well, if I go through this is, by the way, this is one of my favorite paintings. I have something very weird in my basement. This is supposed to be like a vampire coffin. I'm not really good at building those. So, the lore here is that I transferred out of my cozy world. I yearned for a bit more of a sinister vibe because I'm a vampire. No one in the city knows that I am a vampire, but yeah, I kind of want to like lean into more of that lore. That since everybody in the Redrum district will have a secret, my secret is that I'm a vampire and I have this little vampire lair down in my basement. And this is where I emerged from the other world that I really wanted to leave because everything was so cute and cozy. And then if we go back to the pond, so what happened in the pond, somebody for some reason got unalived on the pond, and nobody in the town knows who did it. So yeah, that's why you cannot go swimming in the pond, because there was a unalived person floating on the water one misty morning, and it's still a mystery who did it. Maybe it's the vampire that lives here. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I really had fun building, and for the next episode I have another huge building. Well, 2 huge builds that I'm planning on. Need a lot of materials to collect and a lot of planning and things like that. But as you can see, like, I only have unenchanted diamond tools. I'm running very chaotically low on my armor, so the next episode I will be building a mob farm and a workhouse for my villagers so that I can trade. I have too many ideas for the workhouse. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you will remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. There is a lot to do for that episode, so yeah, stay tuned for that. More lore, more chaos. I hope you enjoy. Bye!